we go. Sorry about that, folks. What is up? My name's Matt. We're gonna do a little live bottle digging. As you can tell, it is hot out here, but we have a fantastic hole that we are working on. Outdoor influencer, what is up, man? Nice to see you. So let's see if I can flip you around here. Mark Thomas, check out what we are working in right now. We've got a beautiful hole and a beautiful dump here in Alabama. And we're gonna hang out and use this as our video for today. Just do some live bottle digging. Eventually I'm gonna give Brandon the camera and we're gonna roll around. But check out what we found so far. We've got some cobalts, some Vaselines, a bunch of slicks. This is really cool. Did you just pop an ink? Yeah. Oh, Brandon just popped an ink.
It's a very early screw top with sadly some flashes in it. That's probably 1919-ish. We're getting older.
Yeah, we are working down in this deep hole here. I hope the signal's all right. Here's what we've got so far. He just, Mark says it sounds painful popping an ink. We just got a couple sodas across here, which is really awesome. Brandon said this is a really cool variant of an Art Deco. That's a Beaver's Imperial Mange Remedy. I guess if your dog had mange. Some root glass bottles and some stuff like that. So we're just gonna hang out. Super early, super live Thursday video, and a super hot one. So, sounds like New Level Auto sounds like, looks like a good BB gun shooting range.
That's what happened to a lot of these bubbles.
Yeah, a lot of the ones that sat on top of the ground like this would have been very keen BB gun targets. Who I see? I saw somebody who said gold prospector, official gold digger. What is up? Thanks for joining us. This is kind of out of the norm for us. We stick to videos. We will have a full video of this dig later on. Cliff, what is up?
There you go.
What is that?
Ornamental spoon bowl.
Oh! Frankie is here.
Oh, what was that? I threw it out there. Maybe just a Vic.
A Vicks just popped up. Heck yeah. Frankie, what is up, my friend? Look at that. That is like a, looks like a shell kind of spoon bowl. So, super cool. Yeah, Frankie, where you been at, buddy? We're gonna add that to our pile. What was that you just popped? Nothing, slick. So if you guys are wondering, I'm making Brandon do all the work while I film right now. But we're gonna switch it up. Here in a few moments, I'm gonna let Brandon film for a little bit. So, yeah, this is we've dug about 3.5, maybe 4 foot, with another 2+ feet to go to get to the bottom of this dump. And that was what, a flask?
Yeah, big one.
So we're kind of just hanging out here. Nothing like the Alabama heat on a Thursday morning. So if you guys are interested, go check out Brandon's channel. I'm sure most everybody here is already subscribed. We have had an epic week in Alabama. What have we done?
What haven't we done? Maybe an easier question.
Well, we haven't killed anybody, and we haven't hurt ourselves. So
We've done scuba diving for bottles, which was very productive.
yep,
We've done exploring. We explored a turn-of-the-century mental asylum that's been abandoned for around 50 years. We've done shark teeth. We were finding Cretaceous period shark teeth.
oldest shark teeth you can find.
Mosasaurus, giant croc, Tychodus. I mean, the good stuff.
I mean, he's not lying. So Iffy Signals, what's up? But now we're looking for hutches. For everybody who doesn't know, hutches are the early style soda bottle. Not the earliest, but probably the earliest production style. Is that a gun barrel?
Don't know, maybe.
What do you guys think? Earliest like major production when you got out of like Parnell age sodas and stuff like that of the 1850s, 60s, and 70s. Early 1900s, late 1880s, 1890s. And what we're looking for is the most valuable Coca-Cola bottle there is, Coca-Cola Hutch. Some of these bottles can go from 2,000 all the way up to 10 G's. So Brandon's got a little scratch in there. What is that?
That was a marker. Because of being in Birmingham Steel City, they would use those to mark steel beams.
Oh, so it's like a carbon pencil.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
That's neat. Let's see if it still works. Still works. Look at that. That's cool. Hey, if you guys like this live stuff, reach down there, click the thumbs up. And we're gonna try to stay on here for about 20 minutes. Brandon should be good and wore out by then.
You want to swap me record you?
Yeah, we can switch. Plus he can give us some better commentary.
I don't know about that.
So, there we go.
Gotcha. I'm not as tech savvy as Matt is, so I don't read comments, but
Comments will pop up in the corner.
we're gonna get over here in the shade because it's hot.
What was that?
Somebody said, "Who's the wise guy with the thumbs down?" Probably another bottle digger that's jealous that they're not digging with me. I'm just saying.
There's always one. If you don't like it, that's okay. If you don't like live stuff, I can appreciate that. We will have this on video later.
So, I was explaining to Matt earlier, we pulled these bottles out of the 1915 to 1920 section. The deeper we go, the older we get. It's kind of common sense. The level ground that was here 120 years ago.
Light bulbs?
Light bulbs. So we're not old enough yet if we still got light bulbs. The older stuff being on the bottom, like the hutches. The whiskey jugs do kind of ride high because they are bigger and they did not fall to the bottom. So we didn't see any jugs. We saw a few pieces, nothing spectacular, a couple of milks. The larger stuff does stay to the top, like I said. But you got another one?
Man, I'm killing them on the Cokes today.
You sure? It is. Oh, don't get it in the sun. Oh, the bottom's gone.
That's another Dallas, Texas bottle.
So we think that this may be where a railroad car may have dumped their trash. And the reason for that is, being in Alabama, that is the third Texas bottle that we found. And we also found a Chattanooga, Tennessee bottle. So in the city dumps, just like everywhere else, the railroad had to go dump there as well. And they would take their carts, the mule would bring it in here, and it would just dump in here like anybody else would. So I think we've just so happened landed upon one of these train car spots because everything is not from Alabama. It's from all over the place, which gives us a wider variety of bottles to look for. What do you see?
I don't know, I'll button.
Oh, Little Button. Check that
I
out.
love the smalls. I think that's just neat.
I have a whole mason jar full of those. But this little dump right here has been a place that I've dug for over a decade. It's coming to its last stages of life of just about being dug out. But as you can see, there's still stuff in here. You just got to be willing to do the work to get to it.
And you need to be able to wear the proper attire. You know, shorts, scuba diving boots are A-okay for dump digging or scuba diving.
Yeah, I think Matt was planning on being in the water the whole time we were here, judging by the attire that he brought in his carry-on. But, you know, I felt like it was my duty to put him in one of these, you know, deep holes.
Yeah.
He talks about all those pits in Virginia, and I said, let me show you a real pit.
Yeah, those Civil War soldiers weren't dumb. They said 4 foot's their max.
But as Matt said, we've dug about 4 feet. You can see Matt's rather tall. Right now he's up to his waist. That's where we started today. Somebody had been here before with an excavator. No, it was not me. It was somebody else that's out of state that has come in here and done a really good job of wrecking this place. But if I pan up, you can see the roots start there and ground level is actually way up there. So if we were to start, if we would have started today, ooh, that's a little sample bottle, I believe.
It's got a stop on it?
It might have had like a little eyedropper thing that would have slid into there. Slick. I thought that was a Vaseline. So if we would have started fresh today though, we would have had to have come from the 10-foot mark all the way down to the bottom. And that would have been just about not doable with 2 guys, but thankfully today with us having a 6-foot head start, we've only got about an additional 3 or 4 feet to go to hit the bottom. And we'll know when we get there because we should start seeing that really nice, old, thick glass. Which I do love the Art Deco stuff, but it's not fantastic. Sorry, my fingers are in the way for a second. Gotta love changing from a Samsung phone to an iPhone and the camera being in a different spot.
Well, I got it upside down and backwards, so I didn't do you any favors.
Is that what it was? Okay. Matt's gonna have to go back in and edit this one.
Yeah, we had a rough start to this. Anybody watching this from the beginning, I apologize.
Well, between a crappy cameraman like me and...
Well, my crappy start.
But yeah, it's, what, a blistering 93 degrees, 100% humidity.
Well, it could only be more humid if it rained.
And I would actually prefer that right now. I think I could handle the nice soaking.
Nope.
Big jar.
We're getting to it. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that. What you got there, Brandon?
That, just a food jar. Nothing spectacular. So, Matt, when we pulled this up a while ago, this green one, it didn't have any of that damage on it. You see it? That's from it coming up too fast.
Oh my God.
So I was telling Matt, with these bottles that are turn of the century, which are probably a bit newer than what Matt is used to finding in Virginia, they have something called root glass that they were made from, which was a cheaper variation of, it was a cheaper glass company pretty much. And if you take that bottle from 10 foot down to the surface too quickly, something happens that I call pinging. You see this right here? The entire bottle will start to flake and it looks completely terrible. So what we normally do in scenarios like that is we'll dig the bottle out from the bottom, we'll move it to the side, and we'll slowly bring the bottles to the surface, keeping them out of the sunlight. So the bottles that you see behind us are in basically a bottle decompression chamber. They've been brought to the surface a little bit at a time. They still got another 4 foot to go, and we'll try not to put them in the sun at all, actually. What do you got?
What is that? Be good.
Oh, big. That was a beer, probably. To say AB on the bottom.
Yeah.
Anheuser Busch.
That was early beer?
Yep, early beer.
Okay.
Still a good sign.
Yeah. I knew it was a larger bottle stuck in there, so I just got to move it so I can.
And the interesting thing about different states, different towns, different cities, people want to know about bottle values. It all depends upon the town and the variation. Certain bottlers would have had 8 or 10 different variations. It looks like that could be a soda piece too. And one of those variations, even though they all may have the same bottler name in the same town, may be worth a whole lot more just because not as many of them were found. Today, what we would like to find, like Matt said, would be a Coke Hutch. There again, it's like finding a needle in a haystack, but we have as good a chance right here as we do anywhere.
At least we got a haystack to look through.
Yeah, we've got a haystack to look through, but Birmingham is home to one of the Coke Hutches, and we are in Birmingham, Alabama. So it will not take much to dig down here and get really hopeful. Ooh, that's a neat looking one. Say White House on it?
Yeah.
Or Whitmore, rather, not White House.
Nothing.
Wow. Still a pretty good looking bottle.
Yeah.
Nice amber.
Yeah, just waiting to be picked up some 100+ years later.
That's right.
It's a lot of fun for anybody who has ever done this. I know it doesn't quite look like fun, but it is.
Well, it's one of those things, right when you're ready to give up, another bottle will pop out.
Yep.
And it's just enough to keep you going.
Maybe we're just a different kind of crazy.
No, that's true too. I mean, we did look for shark teeth in 3 inches of downpour rain yesterday in flash flood conditions.
Yeah, what was that? That's another Texas.
Is it?
Oh, that's an Inslee.
That was probably a Grapico. Probably a Grapico.
Yeah, we did. That was pretty fun too. That was a much cooler environment than this.
Probably
I'm deferring all of this to the guy that knows everything. So
I don't know everything. Hang on. What was that?
that was this thing. Screw top.
Screw top. You know, there actually is embossed local town meds that were screw tops from the 30s. So sometimes it's worth taking a look at them because they're sometimes rarer than the cork tops. By then they were doing paper labels and there weren't a whole lot that were still embossing the bottles while they were screw tops. So one of those things where it all depends upon the collector and what they're looking for.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
You have collectors that are like complete collectors or variant collectors that will go absolutely crazy if they have all the variants but one and they can't find it, and they will pay a ton for that one variant. I've been caught up in that storm a few times trying to find some bottles for towns and paid ridiculous prices to get bottles for my collection. it happens.
Wow, now we're getting somewhere and you actually have to reach.
All right, we're gonna trade up. We'll give Matt back, let him do a little bit of commentating, keep his fingers out of the camera, unlike me.
25 folks here hanging out. If you're here hanging out, let me know in the comments. There we go. Yeah, just surf fishing, getting their workout in. Absolutely. We're going to try to make this video about 20 minutes. So, yeah, we're coming up on it now. If you guys like this kind of stuff, we'll try to do it a little more often. I actually prefer this over the actual like some of the relic room stuff, even though I find that to be a good time. So yeah,
Going back closer.
We sound like we're out of breath because we are.
We're old, man.
I'm actually excited that you guys get to see this and actually have good signal for this. So, Steve Clark. Heck yeah, Steve. First time in live. Thanks for joining us, man.
Steve, you staying safe in Kansas?
Yeah, Steve is in Kansas, isn't he? Yes, he is. So, a little more update of what we've got. For anybody just tuning in live, we've got a number of different sodas, Coca-Colas. A lot of them from Texas, which is really cool. Some Alabama bottles as well. So we got these Alabama flying chickens that suck your blood out around us too. Yeah. And then we got a bunch of slicks, a bunch of medicines, some cobalt stuff, some all kinds of different stuff. Some of this stuff will make it home. Some of it won't. Steve said he got some rain last night and he's doing all right. So we are still working down towards the 1905 layer. The Bottle Freak, what is going on, my friend? He says, great video as always. Yeah, we got some really quality content coming up for you guys. We've got a scuba diving for bottle video that produces something super, super cool. So you guys will have to stick that one out. We got just all kinds of traveling content. I love to travel. I love to get to come hang out with different folks, and Brandon's cool enough to invite me. So Zad said, only accidentally found dumps. Brandon, any insight you're willing to give away for somebody to look for a dump in their town?
Creeks are key.
Creeks?
Creeks and graveyards.
Creeks and graveyards, he says. And then obviously if there was any known research, if you can find a local historical society, they're a good I guess, resource. Sometimes those folks will know. They'll look at you like you're crazy, but they can do pretty well. And then sometimes Library of Congress. Man, it's a great reference point. I don't think enough people use it. Difficult to search through sometimes, but you can find some really, really cool stuff in there. Mark Thomas says, yeah, digging graveyards is cool. No, not digging graveyards. Looking around graveyards, Mark. Don't get the wrong idea. 22 folks here hanging out on a Thursday morning. How about that? We appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us. Yeah, Zad 1107. If that helps, let us know, man. Let us know. Let Brandon know on his channel on Adventure Archaeology. Steve,
have a video too on it.
yeah, he's got a video on it. Steve Clark says he knows a person near him that knows about the dumps close to him. And that's honestly, that's probably the best way. Yeah, find some local diggers, some local guys who have been doing this for a while, and see if they'll take you out and teach you. That's the only way I learn. So, but yeah, we've got to hit a dry spot. It means we're both going to have to get in there and work pretty hard. So it means one of us is going to have to put the camera down while the other one takes a break. Oh, what you got there?
A little sauce.
Sauce bottle. Sauce bottle to go with some of our others. With their cheeseburger bottles. Some cobalts. Sauces. Whew. There we go. Come on, let's turn it around. All right, well, we can't turn it around, so I'll have to do it this way. But I appreciate each and every one of you coming on a Thursday morning to come and hang out with us. Me and Brandon from Adventure Archaeology dig a dump with some shaky camera and bad technical work. But other than that, I hope you enjoy this. As always, I hope you guys have a great Thursday. My name is Matt. I like to sign off my live streams with, this week I hope you're able to go out and find some history, and if you're not able to go out and find history, I hope you're able to go out and make history. Until next Tuesday, when I see you right here with another video, take care, be safe, be well, and we'll see you next time.
What'd you title that one?
I don't know how to turn this thing off now.